Okay, so because today is your first day back of official virtual learning, we have been doing some things on the computer, but now we're going to be doing some of the same things every day. We're going to do, okay, our first journal entry, okay, that is going to be kind of like what we did at school. Now, we've done a couple, but this is one we're all going to do together. So I have my very own red journal, and I'm going to put my name on it, just like you guys have yours, so that will all match. So as you can see, here's my journal. It says Miss Welcome. It's brand new. We're going to write about our weekend. Now the first thing that you want to do is in the upper right corner, okay, you're going to want to write the date. Now before we start, I want you to pause this video, so click the space bar, which is the long bar, okay, on your laptop, or if you have an iPad, you can just click pause with your finger. I want you to go and get your red journal. Okay, so pause the video and go get your red journal and a pencil and come back. Okay, so now you should be back with your red journal, okay, and a pencil. I have a black marker so that I can show you what we're going to write, okay? Now, I don't want you to write anything yet. I just want you to follow along with me as I do it. So the first thing that you want to do is go up to the top right corner of your journal, and you're going to want to write the date. Now we know today is, Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. So we want to write 4, because it's the 4th month of the year, /14, because it's the 14th day of the year, /20, because we're in the year 2020. So go ahead and write 4/4/20. You can pause the video and do that. Okay. Now you're going to write our prompt. Okay, now I'm going to write it out for you. Usually I'm just going to already have it. I'm going to write it out for you today. We're going to use a sentence strip just like we would at school. So let's write it out. Over the long weekend. So here is your prompt, and if you want, you can pause the video here so you can copy the prompt. Okay, now in my journal, I'm going to write that same prompt. Over the long weekend. Here I wrote the prompt, and today we're going to be focusing, like we have a little bit, on writing details. So I'm going to write over the long weekend. I'm not going to say something I did just short. I want to write with real detail, okay? So over the long weekend, I watched a new movie with my family in our house. Now, what do I put at the end? I'm missing something here. I have a nice sentence. Over the long weekend, I watched a new movie with my family in our house. I have a really nice sentence, but I'm forgetting something at the end. Who can tell me what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting a period. So you need to go in and add the period right there. Raise your hand if you see that period. Okay, now you need to add one too when you're doing it. I'm going to write a second sentence. Also, I helped my mom cook Easter dinner. We made ham, potatoes, and green bean casserole. And I also need a period at the end of my second sentence. So you can see where I put the period at the end. So we're not doing our usual, my weekend was blank. First, second, last, right? We're actually going to do what we used to do in our journals. Over the long weekend, I, or we, or my family did this. But what we want to do is add a lot of detail. That means small little things. I want to know who you were with. I want to know where you were. I want to know how long you did it. Okay, so I want you to add a lot of detail. Let's go through my work and circle all of the details that you see. Okay, so over the long weekend, I watched a movie with my family in our house. So, what are the details that are in that sentence? Okay. With my family, because that's who it was with, and where I watched it, which was in our house. Now, what is a detail I could have added here? Let's read that sentence again. Over the long weekend, I watched a new movie with my family in our house. Okay? Detail I could have added is what movie I watched. Okay? So that is the detail I could go back and add. So I'm going to go and mark that. I'm going to add in my detail. So now let's read that sentence and see if I have more detail. Over the long weekend, I watched a new movie called Frozen 2 with my family in our house. So now I know what I did. I watched a movie, what movie I watched, Frozen 2, who I watched it with, my family, and where we watched it, my house. 4 details in one sentence. That's the kind of thing I want you to be writing. Lots of detail. Okay? All right. Good luck, guys. Okay? See you soon.